What is up, everybody? Welcome back to racingdudes.com. Welcome back to another one of our Kentucky Derby horse profiles. We are looking at Chip Honcho, and this one, Chip Honcho, currently sitting outside of the cut line, so he's currently not in the race. I do think he's going to make it, though. I do think we'll have enough defections where Chip Honcho will ultimately be in the race. Rejoice! All right, 3 starts this year, 1 second for Chip Honcho, 6 starts overall, 2 firsts and 2 seconds. All right, let's look at the results here for Chip Honcho. A maiden special weight on debut at Keeneland, got second, then broke the maiden at Churchill Downs. Went to the Gunrunner Stakes to end his 2025 2-year-old season and was a winner in the Gunrunner Stakes. And not that impressive of one, but a winner nonetheless. Ran fourth in the Lecomte after that to start the 2026 campaign. Not great. Ran second in the Risen Star, nearly won it. He almost pulled off an upset there, but Paladin was able to pass him late in that race, but ran well. Got out to the front, ran really well, and almost held on. And then didn't get that front-running trip in the Louisiana Derby, kind of a little bit further behind. Horses like Pavlovian was able to beat him to the jump. And he did pretty much no running, got 5th in the Louisiana Derby. So not the most impressive of resumes for this horse. Let's look at the pedigree by Connect out of a Magician mare. I'm not really sure what this horse wants to do based on the pedigree, to be quite honest. You kind of maybe think turf on the bottom side. Connect was definitely a dirt horse and a horse that ran okay over it. A horse by Curlin was Connect. And so, you think distance is going to be a problem. Maybe going long on the turf you might try with this horse. I'm not quite sure. He just doesn't have a big kick. And I think that's the big problem as we talk about the running style of this horse. I think he definitely needs to be on the lead, but he's not like naturally fast enough to get the lead most of the time. In the Risen Star, he kind of just fell on the front, and that was definitely his best race. And he just got out in front, and he kind of just kept going. He's definitely a kind of a one-pace grinding type of horse. He doesn't quit. I'll give him that. I don't think he'll quit going a mile and a quarter if he does get into the race. I do think he'll continue to run. It's just he's just a grinder, and it's going to be hard for him to make up a lot of ground in the stretch. And ultimately, I just don't think he's fast enough to get any kind of trip to make him dangerous in the Kentucky Derby. So yeah, as we just pivot to the negative, I don't point to a race that makes him competitive. That's the problem. I just don't see it. Now, is he the type to maybe get out in like 8th and just kind of run 8th all the way around the track, or maybe pass a couple tired horses, get 5th, 6th, something like that? I mean, is that something he could do? I think it's feasible, but I think it's more likely he's just kind of one of those horses you never really knew was in the race. To me, he's been pretty underwhelming all year long. Again, I do point out to the race where he kind of got on an easy lead and was able to almost, fend off Paladin. And I look at that and go, okay, that kind of race isn't terrible, but I just don't think he can replicate it in the Kentucky Derby. So, you look at the negatives, just not a lot of flash, probably not going to get the desired trip, and maybe just a tad slow in this race. Final verdict for me. I just think, again, I want to kind of like him a little bit, honestly, but I just kind of look at him and go, I just don't think he's good enough. Again, if we get to Derby weekend and it's like, yeah, I could see where maybe he can work out a trip. Maybe he draws really well, and it's like, yeah, maybe he'll get 4th or 5th, maybe hang around for a superfecta or something. But at the end of the day, probably not going to be on my tickets. I just not one that I've really been a big fan of. I'm a big Steve Asmussen fan, and I'm not really a huge fan of this horse. So, I don't think he's for me in this spot. So not a ton of interest in Chip Honcho. Hopefully he gets in. He's still on the outside looking in as we record this video. Maybe by the time you're watching the video, he is in the race. We'll see what happens in that regard. All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching this video. Make sure to check out the website. Make sure to check out the Racing Dudes Betting Bible, Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby for sale right now. And then the picks will come out the week of the race. All right, hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, stay tuned to the channel for more Kentucky Derby news.